Greetings! Dickie from Red Room Audio here to introduce you to the Traveler series, a collection of boutique sample libraries featuring traditional world instruments faithfully recorded on location from destinations around the globe. Traveler series libraries focus on delivering a genuine purity that can only be captured where the instrument and musical style originated, preserving its true character and history. For Bodhrans and Bones, we journeyed halfway around the globe to Herbert Place Studios in Dublin, Ireland, to work with producer-engineer James Darkin and percussionist Marcin O'Raki, owner and drum builder at Mighty Bodhrans. Marcin has been passionately crafting bodhrans, hosting workshops and performing live for 2 decades. Our spirited sessions were fueled by coffee, visits to Searson's pub, and friendly personal insults, and were a complete riot. Let's go over some of the features of the instrument we made together. Bodhrans and Bones runs in the full version of Contact 5.7 and above, and features 6 bodhran instruments, each with a unique size and build, and they all share an identical interface. I'll play the same piece of MIDI on all 6, so you can hear the differences. You just heard the wooden beater there, also known as a tipper, but we sampled every drum with 5 different stick options. There's also hot rod tipper, loose brush, tight brush, and fingers. Playing these bodhrans couldn't be simpler, with a variety of different types of hits mapped to adjacent keys for easy playing. As you can see, the interface shows exactly which part of the drum is being hit, with the zones lighting up as you play. A bodhran is an Irish frame drum with one open side, so one hand can be placed against the back of the drum head to control the pitch and timbre. For this reason, sampling bodhrans was a unique challenge. When you record a single drum hit and raise its pitch, the attack, or transient, is also raised, sounding like a cheap vintage sampler. In order to preserve the natural attack, we employed a technique we called Franken Sampling. In the studio, we tried an experiment. We recorded a fully resonating hit and then asked Marcin, our performer, to completely dampen the drum so we could record only the transient. Then we layered the 2 samples in Pro Tools and set appropriate crossfades, and the result was perfect. We compared our Franken hit to the normal recorded hit and couldn't tell the difference. After breathing a sigh of relief, we continued recording transients with all 5 stick types, with dynamic layers and round robins, and then did the same for the fully resonating hit. So what you're hearing in our bodhrans is actually 2 samples played together. Can you tell? Well, because of this approach, we were able to offer up pitch and dampen sliders that work independently of the transient, therefore allowing you to play the drum like a real bodhran player with convincing results. Pitch is controlled with this slider as you play, and it's mapped to the mod wheel by default. The Dampen slider can be assigned to any MIDI CC and used to mute the degree of resonance of the hit. For added realism, we even sample the sound of Marcin's hand inside the drum brushing against the drum head, and you can independently adjust its volume and tone here. Thanks to the Franken Sampling approach, we also have separate controls for the transient and sustain parts of the drum hits here. Right above are controls for the 3 different mic positions, 2 mono mics and a stereo pair. So you can easily create your own mic array. Ensemble Mode allows you to create a group of up to 3 players and employ humanization of their timing and tuning. With 2 players, they're panned hard left and right, and the third gets centered. Velocity response is adjusted by dragging this icon. The Bones patch offers 2 sets of bones, both ebony and actual bone. Bones are an instrument often used in traditional Irish folk music, as well as bluegrass and zydeco. It consists of a pair of animal bones or pieces of wood, played by holding them between the fingers and moving the wrist in such a way that they knock against each other. Here you'll see pretty much the same interface controls as the Bodhrans, with a few exceptions. The volume, panning, and tuning controls for each set are here, and you play them on the C and D notes, with mod wheel-controlled rolls on D sharp. Our robust effects rack is accessed via this tab, where you can load up to 8 different effects simultaneously. Load one using the drop-down menus, and the arrows here move them left or right in the effects chain. Clicking on an effects icon pops up all its adjustment controls here, with a randomization button for some crazy effects. You can also save your settings for individual effects or for the entire rack using these 2 drop-downs. The library is available now for immediate download at redroomaudio.com. There, you can read more info, listen to audio demos, and download the full manual. We hope our Traveler series adds an authentic native spirit to your music. Thanks for tuning in.